Brett, it's great seeing you, man. The last time I saw you was in Vancouver, Juno Awards, Warner Party. We took a picture together. It was a blast back then. Who would have known that the world would be what it is today, man? I gotta ask, man, how's the group doing? I mean, we're gonna talk about some great things that are happening, but during COVID, man, how are you guys doing surviving all of that?
Yeah, the good news for me is that I love writing songs. So even when we weren't able to, get out there on tour, I was still able to create every day. So I don't know what I love more. I'd probably a perfect week for me is doing some creative work, some recording, and some performing. So that part worked out good and kind of kept the juices flowing. And a bunch of other people thankfully were recording the songs I was writing, and I was like, hey, wait a minute, I do have my own band, so we better put out some of our own music. So that's what we're finally getting around to now.
Well, we're going to talk about two of the singles that are happening, but I got to say right off the top, congratulations on what's going on with the CCMAs, man. Not just performance, but what is it, 3 nominations?
Yeah, thanks so much. We're pretty good. I always say, we're pretty good at losing CCMA awards. We've been nominated and lost a lot. We've won a couple times, and but the one I think that is the most special to me this year is single of the year, just because, like I said, I love writing songs, and single takes the females, the males, the groups, the duos, everybody into one category and says, let's narrow this down to 5 songs and pick a winner. So that's really, for me, that's probably the one I'm most excited about.
Really happy about that, man. You got to be looking forward to the performance, too, that's going to be happening with you guys.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Just obviously to get back out there in front of a real live crowd, but also for TV. I mean, anytime you can get a huge audience like that, it's so much fun. And I mean, I'm sure you know about this, but I'm doing a Hockey Night in Canada tour. I'm gonna,
That's my
yeah,
next question, man. Let's get to that. Congrats on that.
yeah. So speaking of TV, it's like I'm nervous for the CCMAs, but I'm way more comfortable there. I'm really nervous about sitting beside Ron McLean and trying to not look like an idiot. Like I want to say the right stuff, probably not say too much too often, and hopefully maybe get with the statistician and get some like super fancy stats about something so I look like I know what I'm talking about.
Well, you've probably you know Ron. You've met him before, yes or no?
I Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah. So you got no worries with Ron. Ron will help you right through it. And let's face it, you know there are analysis and then there are hockey fans. And honestly, man, you know as well as I do, when a game is either going on or after a game, when you are with hockey fans, they're probably better than the guys you're on television. So I don't think you got to worry, brother.
Well, I hope you're right, man. Either way, for a kid from northern Alberta, it's a massive dream come true. I mean, there was a time in my life when I probably didn't even know that there were any other shows on TV other than Hockey Night in Canada. So it's pretty great.
I'll tell you something, man. The thing I still miss because I grew up on it, Saturday night, it was always for me, the Toronto Maple Leafs. When I was a kid, I could never make it to the end of the game. I would always fall asleep on the
Yeah.
floor in front of the TV with the blanket and pillow. But I will tell you, man, I still miss. They got
Yeah,
to bring that back, man. I don't care who owns what rights to whatever. They need to bring that old school song back.
yeah. I wish I would have wrote that. I wonder who did. That's fantastic. That's iconic right there.
Big time, man. Look, when it comes to music with you guys, man, iconic is another thing. You guys have 2 new singles out, correct?
Yeah, we figured, are there really any rules anymore in 2021 about how you record music? We got a new album coming out in May, and I didn't feel good about saying, "Here's our single. Listen to this one song for half a year, and then we'll give you the album." I was like, "Can we at least give them 2 songs?" And thankfully we could. So there's a single, "Whatever It Takes," is the country radio focus. But then there's another song called "Never Not," which honestly is how we got onto Hockey Night in Canada. That's another story, but it's just cool. It's kind of like 2 flavors. One is kind of reminding people where we've been and our signature sound, and then one is a little more progressive, maybe like kind of like Young Forever was. It's still High Valley, but it's pushing the envelope a little bit.
What's going on with you guys in harmonies, man? I think when I heard both those songs, I was just like, damn, you guys are sounding like one voice these days.
Well, thanks, man. It's I've got some great producers, some great co-writers, and the guys in the band are amazing. And it's always I'm trying to write these songs that, for me, like whatever it takes. We wrote it on the beach. I was just sitting there with the guitar. We were done writing. The writer's trip was over. I was just playing guitar for fun, enjoying the view. And I sort of kind of went like, hey, hey, dun, dun, dun. And we're like, man, that could be something. And so we wrote it, but my buddies know how to take that like soccer anthem, stadium chant kind of sound and mix it with my bluegrass vibes. And for me, that's when the High Valley magic happens, is when those two worlds kind of collide, you know?
And it works, man. It doesn't collide, man. It is just like it's harmony. It's true harmony, and I love that, man. And especially like I'm gonna be down there at the CCMAs in London. I'm gonna be there for
Yeah.
the dinner. I'm still waiting to find out if I'm doing red carpet or not. But I'm so excited. It's not just for getting the chance to see everybody. I'm excited to hear the music because I've said this once. I've said it 1,000 times. No disrespect to what's going on in the U.S. or in Australia or anywhere else, but I honestly feel that when it comes to country music, nobody can touch Canadians, man.
That's awesome, man. Well, hey, speaking of that, if you're going to be at the dinner, have you heard or interviewed Tim and the Glory Boys?
Oh God, yeah, absolutely.
So I don't. I actually help. I manage those guys, and they're going to be performing at the gala. So when you're at the dinner, they'll be performing "Me Without You" at that dinner.
Looking forward to that, man. Yeah, no. Whenever their CCMAs have been in town, I've been the voice of God for it. So this is actually the first time where they give me a ticket to actually sit in and actually enjoy the dinner and the performances. So definitely going to look forward to that, man. After the CCMAs, what's happening with High Valley? Is there going to be any tours towards the end of 2022? Also, could there be maybe a Christmas single or something coming out?
Yeah, well, once again, I got Tim and the Glory Boys just dropped that Christmas single today, but I don't. We haven't released a Christmas single in a minute. We're not planning on a big tour at the end of this year or early 22, but we are dropping the record in May of 22 and planning. Right now we're in talks about the tour. Is a tour right then? Is the tour a couple months later after the album drops? But there will be a tour coinciding with the album drop for sure. We're just figuring out, how it is right now with it's always been difficult to figure out how to tour. Now it's really confusing. You got to figure out the laws and the different who's coming back and who's not, and what's open and what's not in different provinces. And so we'll figure that all out and maybe give it a few more months to kind of sizzle, and then we'll be ready to rock.
I don't want to lose out on this. You said Tim and the Glory Boys, new single out, Christmas song. What's the song,
Yeah,
man?
it's Last Christmas.
Oh, nice. You know what, man? I tell you something. I don't care who sings it. Everybody sings that song so well, man. It's a classic. I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, you got to check it out after we get off here. It's really great.
Fantastic. Look, as we're slowly wrapping this up, too, what is going to be happening with you personally over the holiday season? Any plans?
Yeah, we got, as far as U.S. holidays, Thanksgiving's coming up, and we're going to go down to Miami and the Florida Keys for a week with the boys. My boys play so much basketball, football, baseball that if we can ever get a week with no sports, we got to take advantage. So I'm gonna be flying to the CCMAs direct from Miami. So I'll be fresh out of some Thanksgiving celebration with the family, and then after the CCMAs, we'll get geared up for Christmas. And I think we're going to stay home this year for Christmas. We might take a trip. My kids are at the right age now to explore, so we've been messing with the idea of going to Belize for Christmas. I think that'd be pretty fun. So we've done a lot of shows in Belize. We've done about 60 concerts in Belize over the years, and dove into the culture and the good old rice and beans with chicken. I mean, we love the meals down there. There's some good stuff. And I would love for our boys to experience. They've only been to Belize once, so right now we're thinking about doing that for Christmas.
That's cool, man. Look, growing up though, what would you say would have been your favorite Christmas toy or present?
My favorite Christmas present, that's easy. NHL, we didn't have a TV, and then we got a TV for Christmas in 1997.
Wow.
Um, a little like 19-inch TV with the bunny ears to watch Hockey Night in Canada, and a Super Nintendo with Donkey Kong, which I didn't care about, but NHL '97, and I was Pavel Bure for the Vancouver Canucks. Backhand, top shelf all day long. It was amazing.
I love it, man. Look, as we go into 2022, I've been asking everybody this because everybody was like when 2019 rolled around and COVID was starting to kick in. Everybody was like, "Let's get to 2020. It's going to be a new world," and the world didn't change so much. It actually got even tougher. And then we went into 2021. People were the same way. Oh, we got to get to 2021. Things are getting slightly better, but it's still confusing. People are going into 2022 with that same feeling. Oh, it's going to be a new year. Let's do this. What advice can you give, your personal advice that you've been throughout this time, that people can just sort of, hey, just because it's going to be a new year doesn't mean everything is going to change.
Yeah, I think if we've learned anything the last few years is honestly priorities. Focus on your actual priorities. Maybe take a little. I know I've had to a little self-examination of where you're spending your time. If you say this is just me preaching to my, I don't know what happened. Are we going into therapy here right now? But anyway, if you say that your priority is to spend time with your family, but your family is sitting across the table from you and you're staring at your phone the whole evening and now you're going to bed, then maybe you need to check what your actual priorities are, So no matter what's going on in the world, that's one thing they can't take away from you is your friends, your family, your relationships, whether they're on FaceTime or in real life. So with our music, with our shows, with everything we do in life, we're always trying to bring joy, to the world and to bring families together. And hopefully people can just focus on that. And some of the bickering and the fighting might chill a little bit if that could happen.
Amen to that. Hey, look, congratulations on the new music. Looking forward to seeing you guys performing at the CCMAs. My fingers are crossed for you guys to get some more awards happening with you. Good luck tomorrow. As we speak, I will be watching. I know you're going to kill it, man. You got no worries, no ways. And when I see you down in London, man, let's make sure we grab a picture together again.
Awesome, dude. Thanks so much for making time. I really appreciate it.
Always, brother. You take care. Be safe.
All right. See you later.